All right, fellas, today is Tuesday, January 27th, 2026. I'm live. And I hope that this is working. And after the fiasco yesterday, I should probably go to my YouTube page to make sure I'm live. And there it is. I am live. Look at that handsome fella right there on the screen. What a handsome guy that is. And you are oh so lucky to have yet a handsome host on YouTube. Matthew, who has been faithfully in the chat room since yesterday, has said all is good on the stream front. Well, all is good on the stream front. Indeed, I have already sent out the messages to Lisa and Robbie and to Razman, the Singleton Man, and even to Francesca Estevez, our guiding light in North Star. So everybody, hopefully, whoever is going to join is going to join. I almost forgot Henna in that list and Nick. You know, these people, they pop up. So some are more regular than others. Actually, did Henna, I text her on WhatsApp. And I'm checking now to see if I got the little blue check marks. Nope, they're still grayed out check marks. No blue check marks yet. So that means the double gray means that it's on her phone. She just hasn't looked at it yet. It's quite possible she's asleep. What time? Let me see. What time? I think it's 11 o'clock. Are they 7 or 6 hours ahead of us? What time is it? And I think they're 7 hours ahead of us. Yeah, so it's 11 p.m. there. So it is quite possible that she has already gone to sleep for the day. What time is it in London? So Finland is 2 hours ahead of London? Huh. I didn't realize it was that early for you, Matthew. It is only 9 p.m. The night's just getting started for Matthew, for the young whippersnapper Matthew. But okay, boys, let's hop right into it. Now, yesterday we started along the talking about this pattern, about this partnership pattern, so to speak, and then we talked about a couple of things. Do I still have? Let me look and see if I still have this. Sometimes Visual Studio Code will save. Actually, no, that's something else. Okay. So what we had talked about was being able to do something like, how do we want to do this? So if we're in the follow state, right? The follow state of the enemy NPCs, and then public void, I don't know, we'll just call it update, right? But we want to be able to do like this partnership dot take action, and then basically, so I had said that a naive solution would be to give this some type of ID. And I originally just came up with a numeric ID, and then you would pass it in a lambda of what you wanted to do, right? And then in this case, like, I don't know, that's fine, right? Whatever the action is. The action is almost secondary to the pattern we're trying to develop. So I did talk to AI a little bit after this, and I thought that this was a naive approach, right? But AI seemed to think that this actually was the best approach for it. And AI specifically called out game development, and it specifically said that this would be the best approach. And AI actually suggested to just use a string here. This is a string, and I guess as long as you use some type of search that has constant search time, I guess it's okay. And that does exist, right? Like maps have constant search time for strings, and string lookup basically can be done with constant time. So it's basically going to be the same as whether it's an integer or a string. That's not exactly true, but I think for our purposes, it's mostly true. I mean, we're not talking about like microseconds here. We're more operating on the millisecond scale, not so much the microsecond scale. Right? Is it microsecond? That millisecond is thousands, microsecond is millions, and then nanosecond is billions. Is that correct? How long is a microsecond? Yes, 1 millionth. So we're not really operating on the millionth of a second scale. We're operating more on the millisecond. In which case, I think the difference between a string and an integer, it's probably fine. It's probably fine. I'm not sure why I originally went to integer. I think just because I'm old and I've been doing this a long time, it's still somewhat I want to say it's somewhat new, that string lookup and integer lookup are more or less the same. But when I say it's somewhat new, I mean somewhat new in like the past 15 years new, right? Like 20 years ago, that was definitely not the case. I would say probably around the time of, yeah, maybe like 20 years ago. So anyway, I'm old. Just keep that in mind. I'm old. So there is one thing that kind of came up here. So what would basically happen is this follow state is going to be called in two different objects, right? We'll just call it guard NPC guard 1 and guard NPC guard 2. And it's going to be called in each one, and it's going to be called serially. So one might get called before the other. How is update decided in Unity? How is the order of update decided? That's a good question, actually. Let's see if we can find the answer. I mean, is it deterministic? Can you determine it? Or, okay, in Unity, the update method on many objects is getting called every frame. How is the order in which how is the order of the objects on which that is called determined? That's a horribly worded sentence, but that's the best I could do. All right, let's see. The short answer is you generally shouldn't rely on the order. I know that, but I'm just curious. But Unity does have rules, and you can control them when it matters. When multiple monobehavior scripts implement update, Unity does not guarantee a specific order between different game objects. The order can vary between editor runs, after recompiles, between platforms. Okay. So what is deterministic? Script execution order. Edit project settings, script execution order. Okay, that's not what I was asking. Now, Unity guarantees... Wait a minute, what is this? Script execution order in the project settings. Editor project settings, script execution order. Now I want to see this. And it's saying script execution order. Now, okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Add scripts to the custom order and drag them to reorder. So, okay, so you can actually put, I guess what this is saying, you can put your own classes here. You can put your own, oh, okay. Oh, so, but this only helps a little bit, right? So, like, if we had a, if we had a guard NPC class, which we don't, but we do have an enemy NPC class. But if we have different instances of an enemy NPC, so that actually begs the question, like, if I put enemy NPC in here, does that mean it's going to iterate through every enemy NPC object? And also, what if I put base NPC? Does that mean it's going to call the enemy NPC update if enemy NPC update is overriding the base NPC update? You see what I mean? So there's a lot of questions are answered here, or a lot of questions to be asked here. Now Unity guarantees player control, enemy AI, camera follow across all game objects using those scripts. This is a per script, not per instance. Okay, and that's exactly what I was asking. I was asking about instance. Order within the same script type. If multiple game objects use the same monoscript, the execution order between instances is still undefined. You cannot rely on hierarchy order or creation order. Unity does not promise scene hierarchy, top to bottom, creation order, or instance ID order. And then, of course, AI is talking about update versus late update, recommended patterns instead. Explicit orchestration, create a single brain that updates others manually. Okay, so that's not a terrible idea. Because what I was wondering is if we do this, right? If we do something like this .partnership take action, where does this partnership live? Like, it's not, and remember, this follow state's going to be in guard 1 and guard 2, and it's going to be a reference to the same object, but where does the object actually live? Like, what owns the object? So there's two ways, right? I mean, you could do it. Okay, one thing I thought of earlier was some partnership manager, and if Razman was here, he would be creaming his pants, because as soon as you say manager, not manger, manger, which means to eat in French, by the way, manger, no, manager. As soon as you say manager, there's only one thing that comes to mind, and you say it with me. Oh my God, it's something stole focus. But say it with me. It is, of course, a singleton, right? So when you say manager, I think singleton. So you could have some type of partnership manager. Okay, let's think about this for a second. So this is going to have some type of collection. We don't know what the type is just yet, of partnerships. Okay. So this is in the follow state class, but let's look at class. Okay, let's just say we had base NPC, and then let's say that it had a base NPC reference to a partner character. That's fine. Okay, and then now, since it's a public, and this base NPC is a mono behavior, this means that, like, in this stop. In like the in the hierarchy view, we would take this station guard, and we'd have a new field over here under, I guess, character entity or whatever, like right here. We would have another field where we drag station guard 2, and then on station guard 2 we would drag station guard 1, or do we? That's another thing. Okay, because my mind is going a million miles a minute. Okay, so what I just realized that, like, you really don't necessarily need to do the reciprocal, right? Like, if we assume that a partnership is only ever of 2 objects, you really just have to define one, and then you can implicitly define the other, right? So let's think about that. It probably is better hygiene, and for some reason I've been using that word a lot today. Like, I was talking about, like, I was on this meeting. Oh my God. So I think I talked a couple of months ago how at work, like, I recommended that we should start our sprint cadence again. And then I kind of took up that initiative, and I just didn't have the heart to. I was like, after the holidays, I was just like, I've got too much other stuff to do. And so there was a meeting today where, because, like, I told this other person I work with, I was like, hey, like, can you take over the sprints? Because I have a lot to do, and I don't have time to do this like administrative stuff. Like, I just, like, and so there was a meeting with me and another person today, and we were talking about the sprint and all of that, and I kept using the word ticket hygiene, or the phrase ticket hygiene, where we were talking about, because this one person wanted to do this one thing, and I was like, that's not a good idea. But as long as we have proper ticket hygiene, we shouldn't have to do that thing he wanted to do. And so that was like that. So anyway, hygiene. So as long as we have good code hygiene, I mean, it would be good code hygiene, I guess, to have these be reciprocal, right? And then actually you would probably want... So wait, what is the order? It is... Let me put this up here. It is awake... Stop! Awake, start, and then update, obviously. But is it awake start, or is it start awake? I'm pretty sure it's awake. And yeah, because you got to be awake before you start. Or do you have to have started before? No. You got to be awake before you can start. Is that but let me make sure I'm right. What is called first? Awake or start? I'm pretty sure I've got the order correct, but I just want to double check. Awake is called first. Okay, so I just need to remember that. Like, I had a coworker, like, I could not, for the life of me, I could not remember how to spell the word parallel. And then a coworker, he was like, oh, well, you just got to remember that there's 2 L's that are parallel to each other. And ever since then, I think of that. Every time I write the word parallel, I think of this coworker telling me about the 2 parallel L's. So the next time the next time I'm questioning which is first, awake or start, I just need to remember, you need to be awake before you can start your day. That's all I need to remember. Okay, so you need to be awake before you start your day. Fair. Okay, so I guess what you could do is in start, you would want to do something like this. So public void start, all right? Obviously, you're going to do other stuff. This is, okay, just to be clear, this is not production code, okay? This is not production code, so just calm down, calm down. This, I'm not shipping this, okay? I'm not shipping this. I'm just trying to get my ideas and thoughts out. All right, now that I've said that. So in start, you would probably want to do something like this. Like if this dot partner character is not equal to null, you would want to make sure, no, you would want to make sure that this partner character dot partner character equals this. That's exactly right. Thank you, AI. This is exactly what you would want to check. So if partner character is not equal to null and this dot partner character is not equal to this, then you need to throw some error, right? You need to throw like partnerships must be mutual. That's an excellent error message. Now, the question I have, is this going to do what I think it does? In C++, it will. But in C++, this is a pointer. Whereas in C#, it's a reference. So I'm guessing that this will do. Okay, let me ask AI. In C#, if I do something or wait, now how do I want to ask this? In C#, in C#, can you use this in a class to in this sample code, will the comparison of this dot partner character, I'm just going to call it partner. I don't think we need to actually be as okay. We're just going to call it partner. All right, partner. Howdy there, partner. Oh, Will Tyler, Claude Code. Claude man, Will Tyler is in the house. How you doing? Where have you been? Haven't seen you. Haven't seen you all weekend. You just like disappeared. Okay, so let's see. I want to put this here. In this code, will the comparison of this partner equals this Snowmageddon? I know, right? You know, I was talking about this yesterday, but like I went out again today. Like I went out and I couldn't believe like how bad some of the roads still were. I'm very, very disappointed in Virginia. And I was telling my mother this and she's like, well, you know, you got that Democrat governor now. I'm like, yes, we do, Mom. And I know she's already tried to ban guns, but Mom, let's calm down because that Democrat governor has only been in office for like a week. I don't know that has a lot to do with why the roads haven't been plowed. I mean, like, I didn't vote for her and I wish she had not have won, but at the same time, I'm not ready to blame her on the roads not being plowed. Just, you know, trying to be fair here. Okay. In this sample code, will the comparison of this dot partner equals this do what I think? Let's see. I need to... I didn't paste in the sample. I do that all the time. Okay, no. Okay, stop. Sorry. Here is the sample code. I do that all the time. Like, ask AI a question where I actually don't paste the context that I'm talking about. Okay, so according to this, yes, this dot partner is doing what you think, as long as your intent is reference identity. My partner's partner must be me. Okay, cool. So, you probably want to have something like that. I mean, maybe. You could even, I mean, not necessarily though. And I'm probably thinking about this a little too much, but if this dot partner not equal null, and this dot partner, yes, this is exactly what I was thinking. And this dot partner, I was going to say equals null, and then maybe throw some exception. Okay, but what we're getting at really I'm thinking about this a little too much. I think probably the first way is the better way to do it. Just forcing, yeah, actually I think that's better code hygiene. Forcing the client, in this case the programmer, me, us, forcing the programmer to basically define that reciprocal relationship, right? That, like, if I say that Station Guard 1's partner is Station Guard 2, then I must also define that Station Guard 2's partner is Station Guard 1. Now, one question I have for the peanut gallery is, do we want to support polyamory? Or are we completely a monogamous... No, wait, what would it be? Would it be binary? No, no, polyamory... Binary? No. Manamary? No. Okay, side question. If polyamory refers to monogamy means, I guess monogamy's right. But monogamy doesn't, but monogamy is like, I'm not sleeping outside. Monogamy doesn't necessarily, or does it? To me, it doesn't necessarily imply just two people in a partnership, right? Okay, if polyamory refers to multiple people, more than two, in a relationship, what's a word for two people in a relationship? Monogamy doesn't feel right. Yeah, tell my wife I said that. No, monogamy doesn't feel right. But is it? Yeah, your instinct is good. This is what. Okay, the correct word is monogamy. It feels wrong because we subconsciously parse it as one person, but that's not what it means. Mono equals one. So polyamory is about multiple marriages, not multiple people. Ah, got it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so do we want monogamous partnerships, or do we want polyamorous partnerships? And what I mean is, can we have a partnership that is of 3 NPCs or more, right? Or do we want to, because if we start talking about more than 2, it gets more complicated. But I'm a little scared. Like, this is one of those things where, like, if you want to support more than 2 people in a partnership, it's best to do it from out of the gate, right? It's best to do it out of the gate. Because you can always think to yourself, well, if we need to support 3 or like 2 or more, or if we need to support more than 2 people or 2 NPCs in a partnership, we can always go back and redo it later. But that's not, like, this isn't one of those things. I can just tell that this isn't one of those things that's necessarily going to work like that. This is one of those things that, like, we either decide right now that yes, partnerships are just 2 NPCs, or we decide to move forward with multiple or more than 2. Keep it as 2 now, like you said. Yeah, no, this definitely just feels like one of those things that, like, it's going to be a pain in the ass to change later on if we need to. But all right. I don't know. Loop over list of partners. All right, let's go down the multiple partners route and see what that looks like. I'm not saying we're necessarily going to do it, but let's see what it looks like, just to try to get an idea. And then maybe that'll help us decide if we want to do it or not. So you would have partners, right? And then you'd have something like this where you just kind of like loop through each partner, make sure that this, okay, so like, right, you just like loop through each part. No, I already don't like this. This could get complicated really quick because you could have, let's say we have A, B, oh, god damn it, motherfucker. A, B, C, D. These are NPCs. You could have a partnership that's A, B, C, D, but you could also have a partnership that's A, B, C that doesn't have D. You could also have a partnership that's B, C, D, right? So that this gets complicated really quickly. Let's ask AI what AI thinks. Okay. I'm implementing a concept of partnerships in my game for NPCs so that I can do things like partnership play sound hello, and only one NPC in the partnership plays that sound. Do you think it makes sense to support partnerships with more than 2 NPCs, or will 2 NPC partnerships suffice? See what AI says. That is a great design question. Thank you. I mean, I asked it. Of course it is. Yes, it can make sense to support more than 2 NPC partnerships, but you probably don't need it now. Design the system so it can grow later. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. No! When 2 partnerships are enough. Okay. When the more than 2 matters, small groups, families, trio groups, you know, it could, because imagine, and I'm not saying we want to do this, but just imagine a scenario where you have like a leader NPC. Oh my God. Now the partnerships turn into hierarchies, right? Like you have an NPC. Oh, that's actually not that bad. So you have an NPC that's the leader, and then he tells the other NPCs to go search, and then they all search. And so each NPC goes one direction. He goes this direction. He goes this direction. Oh man. That gets complicated. Yeah, a trio of guards, a work crew, a traveling group. Emergent social behavior. One speaks, others react. One interrupts, one defers. Group tension dynamics. One distracts while others act. Only one speaks, chosen dynamically. Group morale. Some always responds, but not everyone. All right, we might do this with... My recommendation would be to rename mentally, even if not in code. Partnership equals social unit. Internally support multiple members and expose didactic... Oh, no, that's not didactic. I don't know that word. Dyadic? Dyadic helpers, primary, secondary, enforce rules at a group level. So, yeah. All right, so what does this look like? So this is partners. Okay, so we have partnership. I'm not saying this is what it will be. I'm just putting partnership in here because partnership might actually replace partners. But then, oh my God, okay, I already can tell I'm over engineering, because now the partnership becomes this. Look at this. You have partnership. That's what I described up here, right? That's what this is. That's what this is right here. Oh my God, this is getting too complicated. All right, I'm definitely over-engineering this. I got to calm down. I got to calm down for a second. I got to sit back and try to look at the big picture. Try to look at the big picture. All right. I got to get something off my chest, though. This is completely unrelated to this. So, I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know who has a mother, but I mean, we all have a mother, right? Yesterday was my mother's 70th birthday. Man. Last night was really heavy. It was really, really heavy. Like, after I finished the stream and then I went downstairs like I normally do, And I sat on my couch, I opened my laptop, and it was my mother's birthday. It was her 70th birthday. And I couldn't be there with her because of the snow and blah, blah, blah. She lives so far away, blah, blah, blah. And so I called her on FaceTime, and so we're talking. Man, like I had noticed that her memory was like not what it used to be, but she's 70, right? Like the older you get, like, I mean, I can already tell my memory's not what it used to be. Like she was asking me the same thing, like 3-4 times in a row, like every like 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. Like we would talk about subject A. She'd ask me a question about subject A. We'd go to subject B. We'd go to subject C, and then she'd circle back around to A, and then go back to B, and then circle back to A, and then go to C. It was like, wow, it was bad. It was bad. And I'm just like, oh man, I don't know. And like I'm kind of hoping that maybe. I don't know why I'm opening up about this. I think I just hadn't really told anyone, except like, I guess I have told a couple people, but no. Somebody mentioned that maybe it's a UTI, because apparently UTIs can really fuck up an old person. Like UTIs will make an old person go crazy. I don't understand why. Like why? Okay. Why do UTIs affect? Is it effect? No, affect is the verb, effect is the noun. Why do UTIs affect old people so much? Okay, so short version is that aging bodies lose a lot of natural defenses that normally keep urinary infections localized and mild. Weaker immune response, structural and functional changes to structural and functional urinary changes, catheters and medical hormonal changes, especially in women, reduced thirst and dehydration, atypical symptoms. Wow, yeah. So I don't know what's going on with my mother. And like this is like right at a time where like I'm thinking of like I'm going to be making like serious life-changing decisions, like so it's just like, wow, like mom, you got to be healthy for like another 20 years, mom. You can't get sick on me now, mom. All right, I'm just looking at the Discord now. We're not sure. No, I'm sorry, Note Shore. Where Note Shore was sending like jet pictures. That's interesting. Okay, let's get back to the partnerships. Enough about mothers and planes. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this is definitely over-engineering where you have, because a partnership could have more than 2 NPCs, and then, of course, one NPC can have multiple partnerships. And how do you start to even, like, manage all of that crap? I guess it also depends on what we want to do. This all started... Fuck it. Nope. Fuck you, Will Tyler. We're doing this the easy way. We're pussying out. Oh man, do we want to? Oh, I'm struggling. I don't want to be a pussy, but at the same time, I do want to be lazy. Fuck it. We'll do it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Yes. Fuck it. We'll do it live. I don't know, man. Wait, no. God damn it. I want YouTube, not fucking.
That's it for us today. Okay, I don't know what. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but...
Oh, this is a minute and 34 seconds.
What is...
For credits.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean?
Anyway, that's too long. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
That's right.
I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Fucking thing sucks. All right, so fuck it. We're gonna have one partner and one partnership. That's it. We are an extremely monogamous game. Very monogamous. One partner, one partnership. No, that's it. And we should, to make it funny, we should do this, right? Like like that's it. Like as soon as you're born, you have an arranged partnership. And as soon as you're created, you have an arranged partnership, and it never changes. Never changes. But no, we won't do that. We will allow divorce in this game. Okay. All right. Okay. I hate making decisions like that because I just know it's going to have consequences later. I just know it's going to have consequences later. I know it will. Maybe it won't. But I just know it will. Okay. All right. We're going to move forward with that. Okay. So we have a partner. Still a little question about the partnership manager. John Wick consequences. I don't know that I know that. What is that? I mean, obviously I know what John Wick is, but I don't know that I know the quote. The only John Wick quote I know is the I heard you hit my son. May I ask why? Oh, and that's it. John Wick consequences. Fire. Is this John Wick 4? Or 3? I don't think I ever saw 3.
You and your daughter.
Oh.
Your weapon. Give it to me. Fools. Huh. You arrogant asshole. He didn't shoot.
Oh.
Consequences.
Oh.
Your weapon.
Okay. All right. No, the only John Wick quote I know is like, I heard you struck my son. I'm actually going to stop the music because this is a great scene. This is a really good scene. No.
Yeah, may I?
Aurelio speaking.
I heard you struck my son.
Yes, sir, I did.
Yeah, may I ask why?
Yeah, well, because you stole John Wick's car, sir, and killed his dog.
Oh.
That's such good writing. Like, it's just like you learn so much about everybody in this universe just by that, like that alone. Oh, it's so good. So good. Okay. All right. So we would call something like this the partnership. So this implies that we have a partnership object as well. Let's see. Partnership. Is that going to cause problems in C#? I can't remember. Like if you have a variable with the same name as the type. I mean, I guess we could just do this. I'm not saying that's what. This is not production code, so just calm down, okay? This is not production code, all right? Calm down. All right. So we do something like that. What's another word for partnership? I just did public canvas myself. Yeah. A unit, a group, a pair, a cell, a team, or cohort. We should call it a cohort. A cohort, yes. A cohort. The cohort manager. Mr. Not Sure is in the house. Mr. Not Sure, how are you doing? Are you home? Are you home yet? Are you still out in like California riding jets? Are you doing like Top Gun? Yeah, Not Sure is like sending these jet pictures and like, yeah, I don't know what he's doing out there. No, I'm sorry. Oh, wait. No, it's not the same person. So Not Sure is in the chat room, but it's Note Sure that is sending the pictures. So not the same person, minor detail. I'm in Fresno. You ever seen the movie Fletch? Now, here is the order of the three people: Will, Tyler, Not Sure, and Matthew. The person most likely to have seen the movie Fletch is Will Tyler. The second is Not Sure, and the third is Matthew. And I'm not talking about the Fletch that they did like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm talking about the original Fletch with Chevy Chase, which is one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movies. And like Fletch, Fresno. Yeah, they might not have it. Such a good movie. Never heard of it. Oh, it's very 80s. As you can see, it was made in 1985. So 41 years ago, but it's I love that movie. Love that movie. Not Sure. I've seen it with Chevy Chase. Yes. I don't know if Will Tyler's still there, or if he's busy becoming one with Claude. Will Tyler has been absorbed into the Matrix, so he has seen Fletch in the sense that it's in his data. It's in his database of a mind, right? Like we call it a database, he calls it his brain, right? That's how Will Tyler is. But no, this is a really good movie. Really good movie. But you got to watch it. It's not one of those. It's not one of those movies you can just have on over here while you're here, right? You gotta like do nothing and watch it. You gotta pay attention to it. So if you watch it, pay attention to it. Just don't just casually watch it. It's a good movie, really good movie. And actually, I think I'm one of the few people that actually did not mind Fletch 2. Like the sequel. Like the sequel, which was also with Chevy Chase, I thought the sequel was good. I liked the sequel. I didn't mind the sequel. Obviously, the original is better, and then they remade it back in like 2022 with John Hamm, I think, and it was not that good. Let me see. Okay, Fletch Lives. I think that's the sequel. Fletch, John Hamm. Yeah, I mean it was okay. Confess Fletch, like it was all right. It was all right. Actually, the recent the Naked Gun with Liam Neeson, that was actually pretty funny. Like I like obviously the original one with Leslie Nielsen was like the cream of the crop, but of course Police Squad was amazing. But the Naked Gun, like the one that they just did with Liam Neeson was not bad. Liam Neeson? Yeah. Anyway, okay. But fun fact, so Naked Gun, the original, comes from a series called Police Squad, which I think only had 1 season, and I actually had the DVDs, and I can't really watch them anymore because I remember I would basically put the DVD, this was when I was going through cancer, and I would put the DVD in. And so when I was going through cancer, I would go for chemo every other Monday. And then the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I would have this bag, like this fanny pack that was hooked up to my portacath that was right here. And it had this cable just running up and going in. And it would continuously pump chemo into me for like 48 hours after I got the regular chemo. And and during those like 3 or 4 days, I was just like that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I was just knocked out. Like the chemo just knocked me on my ass. I was just out. I just slept and slept and slept and slept. And I just remember I would put this Police Squad DVD in, and I would just press play, and it would just repeat, and I would just be in and out, like just like in and out all day long. I don't know how I managed to keep a job during that time. Okay, anyway, let's see. Let's go back over here. So partnership. So we have decided that we will have that partner, that each NPC can have at most one partner with one partnership, just like real life, where you have at most one wife with one marriage. That's it. That's it. I mean, I guess we could support multiple marriages, each with a wife, or multiple marriages with multiple people each, but no, one marriage, one wife, no more. Okay. So, what the partnership? So then you would have this down here. This partnership would be a reference to a partnership. I'm going to do this just because this is This is just going to bug me. I'm just going to put a C there. Ah, what the hell? I'm just going to put a C here. Oh, fine. Fuck it. I'll just do it like that. Okay. It's a partnership. This... So, this is going to be a reference to a partnership. This base NPC is not going to own this partnership. So that's why I'm thinking we would have this partnership manager. Ugh. Okay. Right, so list of partnerships. I guess that's fine. Partnership. And then we would have class partnership. Something like this. Yeah, something like this. So partnership class, take action, action type, blah, 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 blah. All right. I think this is probably enough design to kind of get started. Or is it? I'm actually still not quite sure of the partnership object. Okay. So let's flesh out the code a little bit more. So when an NPC wakes up, let's see. No, it's a singleton, so we're not gonna have to do that. Matt, I love the Police Academy movies. They actually are good. Matthew says you need to say not sure when not sure is around. I'm not sure. No, it's note sure. Just keep in mind, it's note sure. Now, note sure, I don't know if you were here, so you might not be sure what we're doing. You might not be sure what we're doing. So basically what happened was this all started because I like to use the collective we were working on functionality such that when the if green guy or the player left the building, the guards, what they would do is they would yell to green guy or the player. They would say, "Hey, get back inside!" And I did some wonderful voice acting. Everybody was very impressed, and it was amazing. But what happened was we attached an event. Essentially, if the guard, when they entered in, so the idea was the guard sees you leave the building, and then the guard will follow you, telling you to get back inside. And if after 60 seconds or whatever, we haven't defined it, but if after some amount of time you have not gone back inside, the guards will then start shooting you. Right? It's like, imagine ice, right? It's kind of like ice. Okay. So, but what happened was, when you exited the building, the event was on the guard NPC class in general. So both NPCs said, "Get back inside," right? And so that kind of just started this whole discussion of, okay, well, we only really want one to play. We only want one to play that audio clip of "Get back inside." Both guards don't need to play it. So what we determined then is that these guys are like partners. And so what we would do is we'd have a partnership, a concept of a partnership. And then that way we could tell the partnership to play the sound. Like this would actually be like, I don't know, this dot NPC dot audio source. Right, play one shot, whatever it is, like whatever the sound is, right? But what we do is we send a command to this partnership class and we say, hey, partnership, take this action. And then that way, if both guard 1 and guard 2 are going to call this action, but only ones will actually get executed because they're in a partnership, right? And obviously there were like lots of hacky ways to do it. There were lots of ways to do it. We're like, well, just set a Boolean and blah, blah, blah. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to design something that's a little more extensible and a little more versatile. And because this is not the first time that I have thought that there really needs to be some type of coordination between these NPCs. Like they need to kind of have like they need to have a way of like telling, like one telling the other that like, I've done this, so you don't have to do this, like that kind of thing. So that's what we're doing. We're kind of making that behavior of being able to coordinate with each other, we're making it a little more generic. And as I was saying that and explaining it to Not Sure or Note Sure, I was fucking thinking, Fuck! I really think this is what we need. I really think that's what we need. I'll make this a little bit bigger. But yeah, I think this is what we need. I think I can live with a single partnership. I think I can live with a single partnership, but I don't think I can live with just a single partner. I think I need multiple partners. God, that's the most truthful thing I've said in a long time. Yeah, so and this might be cope. What I'm about to say, this might be cope, but I think that in the future, extending multiple partnerships will be easier than extending multiple partners. Motherfucker. All right. Maybe this isn't too terrible. I think also, okay, so let's see. So I think the partnership, actually, I think that this should, okay, so this now becomes this. And then actually I was just thinking that we don't need this, we just need this. Right? Because we can get to the individual partners through this partnership reference. So in the Awake, oh, wait a minute. How's that going to look in Inspector? Partnership. I guess it'll be fine in Inspector, right? Well, let's start adding it. Let's go ahead and let's just start down this path. So yeah, so we want a partnership class. And that's kind of all we really need to add right now. So if we go to scripts, and then we go to common NPC, and then we go create monoscript partnership. Not sure. I have a question. Are your parents still with us? And like, do you like? There's no way to ask this without sounding a little crass or whatever. But do you like have a relationship with them? Like, are you still like I know Matthew. I know like Matthew has like this weird relationship with his. Okay, no, I'm making that up. But I know that like Matthew's parents are like still around and in the picture. But like, your mom is okay. All right. No, I think before you got here, I was kind of like talking about how like I was like yesterday was my mother's 70th birthday, and so I was talking to her on FaceTime, and there are very noticeable degradations of her memory, very noticeable. Which, yeah. Okay, it's all right because she's gonna go live with Not Sure soon. All right, so we can have a list. Base NPC partners, new list. Okay, that's fine. Easy. And then base NPC will have a partnership class. All right. Okay, so I already put the partner here, but so we don't need that. What we want instead is public partnership. Now this is nullable. No, I don't think it needs to be nullable. I mean, it's always going to have some value. It'd just be an empty list. I just visited her yesterday. She made me chicken pot pie. She's all the way out there on the West Coast? Oh, man. Okay. So we have this and this. Base NPC. Okay, so now in the hierarchy, I should be able to define partnerships. Okay, let me see. Rigid body. Chicken pot pie. I love chicken pot pie. I love a good chicken pot pie. Okay, patrol points. Partner. Okay. Okay, so it still has the old code. Okay, refresh. Come on, bitch, refresh. Refresh, bitch. Serialized, whoop. Serialized field. So I set up, oh my God. So I think I mentioned the other day how I was thinking of setting up in my office downstairs for work. I wanted to set up because that's all on my Mac, right? And I instead wanted to start using my Windows laptop. That I actually have a Windows laptop for work, and I just never really use it. And then yesterday I set up. I have like extra monitors. I got them out of the garage. I set everything up, and then I remembered, oh, this is why I don't use Windows. So I'll say it like the main project that I work on a fast computer, you can do a full recompile, a full build in 8 to 9 minutes, right? Like a full rebuild, everything, under 10 minutes. This took over an hour and a half. And on this computer, it takes about 15 minutes. And the specs on this computer, I think, this computer definitely has more RAM. So it might be a toss-up as to which is faster. But on this, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes. Whereas, there's just so much fucking corporate bullshit on that laptop. Like 6 different antivirus softwares. Oh, this is for your protection. Oh my God, I can't wait till I'm CEO of the company, and then I'm just going to tell them, get this shit off my laptop. All right. Why isn't this working? Okay, refresh. Is there a way I can refresh this? Like, is there a way I can force refresh? Let me make sure I'm actually editing the right file. So this is, St. Aveline. I remember way back in the days of Visual Studio, it was actually very, very difficult to just get the file name. You had to go, it was buried somewhere under properties. It was ridiculously hard to just get the file name. Now, copy full path, right? This had to be like 2006, 2007. So 20 years ago, Visual Studio, very difficult to get the fucking file name. Oh, I don't know what made me think of that. I do know what made me think. Well, no, but that because I remember I worked with this guy, and he had the coolest name. So remember how I talked about how like Nick, who comes in here every now and then, he comes in and and I stole his name. Like, instead of Nick Rudnev, I created the alias Rick Nudnev. So this guy that I used to work with at AOL, his name was Adam Black. And I thought it was the coolest name, and let me show you. I thought it was so cool. Do I have right here, adamblack80@gmail.com. Yep. Cool name. Love that name. Adam Black. Just like, yeah. That's a good name. Okay. How can I force this to refresh? Because it's not refreshing. Matthew, how do I force it to refresh? Okay, let's see if I do it like this. If I just create a compilation error. So now, okay. Oh, wait, did I already have a compilation error and that's why it's not refreshing? Okay. All right. So Unity is doing its thing now. Remove the equals null. Why? I don't want to. No, if I keep it there, it's going to give me that error. It's going to be like, this needs to have a value and it exits the constructor. At least I think it will. Maybe it won't. I'll try in a second. How old is your mother, Note Shore? Does she live alone? Like, what's her deal? Tell us about your mother. So, tell us about your mother, Note Shore. '76. Yeah, my mom just turned 70. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I mean, my dad turned 70 like 6 years ago. Didn't like it. Now my mom's 70. She lives near my sister. Not sure. Do not give Addie Goes Live your mom's address. She, you know, I mean, it's fine. Like, you know, sometimes older women got it going. Like, sometimes older women, you know, they can. Okay, so this still has not updated. What is going on here? I still see partnership. Okay, so wait a minute. Partnership is here, but partnership. All right, I'm just going to try putting serialized field here. I'm not sure why. I mean, it kind of makes sense why the inspector's doing what it's doing, but I'm expecting to have a list over here on the right-hand side, and I don't know why. Let me try Matthew. I don't think Matthew was responding to this, but let me take it out just in case. Maybe that'll fix it. I don't know. Add system serialize above public class partnership. System serializable? Yes, serializable. Okay, system serializable. All right. Just for giggles, I'm going to put the equals null back in here. Yeah, so then I, oh, wait a minute. Still no list. Huh. I think my wife cooked something. I can smell food. I'm going to ask AI since Matt I is not doing any good. Okay, so let me ask AI. All right. In my base NPC class, which is a behave, and I hate that they spell it with a U, like those stupid English, which is a mono behavior. Oh my God, something fucking, oh my God, whatever is stealing focus has started stealing focus again. It's driving me fucking nuts. Okay, which is a mono behavior. In my base NPC class, which is a mono behavior, I have the following declaration. All right. Okay. And partnership is like so. Okay. I expect to see a list in the inspector that I can populate. However, I do not. Instead, I just see an object field where I can drag a singular item. How can I get this to work the way I want? System serializable above the property list. All right, your core issue, you cannot embed a mono behavior the way you're trying to, because partnership inherits from mono behavior. Unity treats it as a component reference, not as an inline seriable data. Oh, that's why the inspector. Okay, so I guess it really doesn't need to be a mono behavior, right? It doesn't really need to be. I could try that. Let's try that. Option A, make partnership a plain serializable class. Most likely what you want. Yes, thank you, AI. Thank you, AI. All right, let's see what this is over here. Okay, there we go. All right, no thanks to Matthew, but we got it working. All right. Partners. That's weird. Wait, initial inventory. Oh, wow. I never noticed that it's actually telling me the count over here. Okay, so Station Guard 1, he will have partner of Station Guard 2, and Station Guard 2 will have a partner of Station Guard 1. Yay! Everybody's a partner and everybody's happy. You're welcome. Thanks for nothing, Matthew. Thanks for nothing. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, yesterday, just talking to my mother, it was just a complete, like... Yeah. I mean, I know I'm going to lose my parents eventually. I mean, but who knows? I mean, I might get hit by a bus tomorrow. I mean, I probably won't leave the house, so that means a bus would probably have to fall from the sky. And honestly, if that's how I go, that's pretty cool. I can deal with that, right? Like if like you see on the news that like a freak accident bus fell from the sky and killed a famous American streamer, like I can live with that. That's cool. Well, I can die with that. That's cool. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's just like it's like the older I get, the more it sucks. Let's just put it that way. Just like that. And then there's like this part of me that's like, yep, the more it sucks. And it's like, you don't have a lot of time. I mean, I think I have a fair amount of time left. Like, I think I've lived, I mean, if I'm lucky, I've got like 25 good years left around that. My dad he's going to be 76 in like a week. So, and he still lives independent. He's still out there getting it done. Like, I mean, he's still like, that man will flirt with anything. Women will flirt with any woman. That man flirts like crazy. He's getting it done. And I mean, well, he has my stepmother, so he's not getting that done. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just, so if I'm lucky, I've got 25 to 30 years left. Like, let's just say 30 is probably the upper limit. Maybe I could get really lucky, but probably not. So yeah, it's just, but like 50 years with your parents and then just kind of accepting that you're going to lose them. I don't know. I've always taken it for granted that they're always there. And it's like, now I'm just like terrified of losing both of them. Well, okay. Yeah, enough of that. Enough, oh, this is just the happiest stream in the world, isn't it? Just a happy little stream here. Just a happy little stream. Oh, wait, I got to check something on my phone. I'm sorry, guys. I just got an email. Something about money. So you'll forgive me if I have to put you... Everyone... Yeah, well, yes, everyone died. God damn it, not sure. Yes, everybody dies. I know that. We all know that. It doesn't make it any easier. All right, let me see. Did that? Nope, that still hasn't come through. Okay, all right. Okay, so we have this partnership, and then what we can do, so we come over here to base NPC. I'm so happy. Fuck you, Matthew. Okay, so what we want to do? Okay, I don't need to define the. Do I? No, I can do that, can I? Yeah, I think I can. Okay, and then so start. Okay, gotta remember my trick. You have to be awake before you can start the day. Okay, so start is where we want to validate our partnership, right? So let's just make that a happy little private function. And we're just going to call it validate partnership. All right. Happy little function, just a happy little function. And it's not going to return it's just going to throw an error if there is something wrong. All right. Programming with the boys. You're right. Yep. It's like the trio is back together. Like even though, like, I guess Will Tyler just popped in and left. Like, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he's still there or not. Hannah's not anywhere to be seen. Let me check. Yep, nope, still 2 gray marks. So I'm guessing she just fell asleep. Actually, I'm going to invite my friend Henry over because he's still awake. Henry, since you're still awake, all right, so I'm going to invite Henry. We'll see if Henry actually joins. So I have my friend Stefan in Finland, right? Like my best friend Stefan. He's my buddy. He lives in Finland. Well, my best friend after you guys, of course, right? But then Stefan has this friend Henry. And then now Henry and I kind of become friends through Stefan. And Henry is also Finnish. So I'm inviting Henry to the stream. We'll see if he joins. We'll see. Henry, if you join, let us know. Is there anybody else? Like, I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Like, who else could I, like, okay, how about this person? I'm going to invite, it's like, how many ex-girlfriends do I actually want to invite to the stream? But I'm actually friends with not a fair number of ex-girlfriends, but with a couple. No, but I'm not going to invite that one. I mean, I'm friends with her, but I'm not that good of friends with her. All right, let's see. Anybody else? No. Our Nick already didn't come. All right, no, I think that's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead. Validate partnerships. So what we want to do is basically walk the partners. Wait, there's already a problem. No, there's not. No, there's not. Because we only have one partnership, right? So, if I like to be explicit, so this partnership dot partners, this needs to be capital. Thank you. If this partners dot count equals 0, then just return. All right. Now what we want to do, no, we don't want to add anything. We want to walk the partnership. Let's have AI. Let's see. AI, I'm sure it can do this. Walk the list of partners and make sure this NPC is included. Yes. All right. What intern code is this coming up with? Okay, so this is if found equals if partner. Oh wait, for each partner. No. That's not at all what I want. Okay. How do I want to do this? We're just going to go through each partner's. Oh my God. Like, this is like a dream within a dream. I'm like getting confused. Okay. For each partner and partnership partners. Okay. If partner equals this, then yes, we return. So now we have the partners, and now we want to look at the partners partnership. Make sure this is in, I'm just going to put partner. Yeah, partnership partners. Make sure this is in partnership partners. Okay. This is fair. I really want to do it with Link. Let's see if we can get let's see if we can get AI to do it. Using Link. Let's see. That's not using Link. Oh, that's lame. I'm gonna ask AI. I just like sometimes like with Link, it just looks pretty. It just looks nice. All right, I'll try this. Okay. Assume that partnership contains a field public list base NPC partners. And this method is being called in base NPC.awake. Make if possible, use Link to do the for each code. All right, let me see. Oh, so I forgot to mention that, yeah, so I go to Rome on Saturday, and it turns out that I might be going to Hungary after all. So that's something. Matthew, do I need to fetch upstream when using GitHub desktop tool? It depends on what you want to do, but probably. I know I'm not Matthew, but the answer is probably. Okay, so this... Wait a minute, what? Okay, first of all, partners, partnership, partners. Okay, so then we just kind of get a reference to it. If partners dot contains this, return. If this NPC is already listed, nothing to... Wait, what? If I am in my list of partners, I should not be in my list. Oh, wait. Well, I should be in the list of partners. That's my bad. I should be in there. Okay, so this is partners, where P is a partnership not equals null. Okay, so P is each element inside of partners, where P, not partnership, contain... Okay, oh my God. This is really some Inception kind of shit going on here. Okay, all right. Where P is not equal to P's partnership partners contains this. I'm sticking with this. I'm sticking with it. No, wait. This is add. I don't want to add anything. Oh, my stars and garters. What happened? Okay. All right. If not, okay, what I want to do is I want to throw new exception. The AI is so confused. The AI can't even figure out what to type. Partnership validation failed. NPC is not included in the partners partnership list. Okay, so I'm just curious to see how AI changes this into link. Sorry. This is what I want done in link. Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, I just got a lot, like, with this whole thing with my mom and like this other stuff going on, and like it's just like I just don't know. I don't know. Ooh, look at this. Oh my God, look at that. That is so pretty. So you can say if the partners dot any P inside of there where P does not... Oh my God, that is beautiful. That's actually really pretty. Look at... Oh man. All right, let's paste this code in. If partners.any for every P in the element, if that P's list of partners does not contain us, then we throw an exception. Wow, that's really beautiful. Like, I mean, that's just pretty code. That's, I mean, like, if I'm being honest, that's prettier than anyone. No, not gonna go there. Not gonna go there with that joke. Nope. Okay, so that does seem that seems legit. Let's test this out. It should be easy to test out, right? All we need to do is just go back to the inspector and remove somebody. Oh, well, it reset anyway, so I guess I can just add Station Guard 2 to Station Guard 1's list of partners. And that should do it. Attach to Unity and play. All right. Link is basically necessary at work with all the lists we use. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's almost as beautiful. It's almost as beautiful as our North Star, our guiding light, Francesca Estevez. She's a very pretty woman. She is a pretty woman. Francesca Estevez bikini. No. I don't want to be a creeper. All right, just calm down. Just calm down. Don't be a creeper. Okay, so we did get this We did hit that error. Okay, so that's good to know. So we can go back into Unity. Why didn't it stop? I pressed stop in the IDE. I don't know why it's. I don't know why that connection. I probably would benefit from restarting Unity and or Visual Studio, but nah. Okay, so we can go here. Let's add. I was going to say let's add Station Guard 3. But then that becomes a real hassle, right? Okay, so I guess but like the more, no, never mind. All right, you know what? We're gonna make it a hassle because we want to discourage large partnerships. Okay, we want to try and encourage monogamy. We want to encourage monogamy. A healthy society thrives on monogamy. Okay, all right. Let's just keep that. Let's just, we've all been cheated on, right? Everybody in this chat room's been cheated on. But we still strive for monogamy. Okay, let's do it. All right. So we should get no error now. All right. Okay. So we got no error. That is what I like to see. That is like what I like. Hey there, green guy. You're sure looking pretty, aren't you? And the not sure wasn't around when we had all those input errors and everything. Not sure. He's just been like an absent father. A man loses himself when he loses his principles. There you go. Okay.
Hey you, get back inside.
It sounded like only one of them said it, but I'm pretty sure that's just because like they were saying it like really close to one another. Like in time-wise, they were saying it like right after the other. Or like it was probably like a millisecond apart. Remember, we're operating on milliseconds, not microseconds. So we don't have to optimize for microseconds. We're not writing like Wall Street trading software here. We're writing a game. It's only going to be the best game ever, but it is, after all, just a game. All right, come on.
Hey you, get back inside.
I kind of love it. I love it. All right. At some point, we're going to have to work on animations. I would like to work on animations at some point. Okay. All right. So we have this. So now let's just get a very naive version of take action, right? So I think take action, the way that should work is it's going to return a reference to the base NPC that executes the action, right? So we'll do take action. This is going to be an action identifier, ID, and then the action itself. All right. Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now. We're going to have private list, and this is just going to, or should it be a dictionary? Well, no, it doesn't need to be a dictionary. Give me a C# generic collection with the fastest lookup time for a string. All right, let's see what we got. If you want the fastest lookup time, a hash set string contains hello. Okay, so hash set string. All right. Okay, so executed actions, and then what this is going to do is the AI it'll probably be smart enough to figure this out. It's not very difficult. I just burped. And you know what the burp, like, I mean, okay, I don't want to get too graphic here, but like I burped and it tasted like Amsterdam. Like, I guess that it's kind of like weed, but like the weed of Amsterdam. Like, and I haven't been to Amsterdam. I think the last time I went was in 2001. No. Yeah, no, 2002. I think it was like January of 2002 because I remember it was like, it was very soon after 9/11. It was very soon after 9/11. And yeah, I went to Amsterdam with my ex at the time. Well, she was not my ex at the time. But yeah. Anyway, okay. I'm really surprised AI is not figuring this out, but let's see if I kind of just okay. All right. If executed action contains ID, then we just simply return null. Or, actually, it might help to know who actually did the action. I'm not sure, but there's not a lot of harm, I guess, in just kind of storing it. If executed actions contains the ID, then we return... What's the syntax for this? Is it... Okay, yeah, it's just the bracket overload. Okay, let's see. Executed actions. Let's see. Wait, what? This is the AI is really confused as to what I want to do. Okay. You could get really crazy with this, right? Because like, what if the action throws an exception, and do you still like how do you determine that if the action actually executed in a successful state, and do you actually even want to do you even care? Because sometimes you might not. Like you could kind of really get crazy with this, but let's not over-engineer this. Let's just keep it simple, and I think keeping it simple can be we just execute the action, and then. Yeah, no, we don't. We do X, and then we would do. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, just wait a minute. I don't know who actually executed it, and I don't feel like passing this. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to return a bool. We're going to keep it simple. All right. All right, fine. You want to do what is that documentation generator called? There's a tool that scans your code and it will generate documentation off these like triple slashes. What the hell is it called? I forget what it's called. But we're not going to use it, so we'll just do this. Returns true if the action was executed, false if it was already executed before. Okay, action, and then... All right, so I think we can get rid of this. We can just stick with hash set like we originally had. We'll have a string. Take action, exit, okay. Excuse me? Hash set does not contain a definition for contains key. Oh, okay, yeah, we just want contains. Return null. Executed actions. Add ID. Okay, so that should be, oh, not null, true. Or false, I'm sorry, false. And then true down here. Okay, so that should be that. Now, how do we prove... Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, so this is what we want. I'm trying to think of how clever I want to get with this, right? Because I kind of want to call... Okay, so what I was getting ready to say, let me go back to this. I kind of want to do this. Oh my God. This NPC partnership take action, right? But I wanted to do an action even if you're in a partnership with yourself. So it feels almost like you need a default partnership. Right? Because I don't necessarily want this state. Ugh. This is getting confusing. I'll be right back, boys. I'm going to go downstairs for a second. I'll be right back. All right. You guys still there? I made a big mistake today. I went to Walgreens because I needed foot cream. And they had a buy one, get 50% off foot cream. So I bought this foot cream. And they also had a buy one, get one free of a bag of Hershey Kisses with the almonds. I love Hershey Kisses. And I love Hershey Kisses with the almonds. Oh my God. So good. All that effort or all that progress I had made in terms of losing weight, completely undone. This past weekend, completely undone. Not sure has sent a PR to what? Was it on the dock repo or was it? Let me see. Was it here? Yeah. This one, I looked at this earlier. I'm just going to close this. All right. So what did we do here? We created a new scene, home opening scene.text. All right. Set in the image of a forest from... No. Wait. All right. Let me see. Wait a minute. Let me... Let's see. Dramatic music. Let's see. No, that's not good enough. What about this? Nah, maybe. Set. No. Oh, wait, where's the narration? All right, never mind. I can't do this. All right, static image of a forest from ground level. Okay. Trees look beautiful. Okay. Sun is shining through the treetops. Birds chirping. Animal noises in the distance. Two young kids quickly run past the camera, laughing and happy. Camera follows the kids as they chase each other through the forest. Narrator. Oh my, that fucking dog. The fucking dog's interrupting my narration. The fucking dog. Oh my God. Okay. Do you remember? No. Do you remember when you lost your innocence? Soldiers shouting in the distance. I do. Children hide behind rocks. Voyeuristic camera view of villagers lined up in front of a ditch. Zoom out to show soldiers pointing guns at villagers. Narrator. Some things shouldn't be seen, especially by children. Zoom in, the young child's eyes. Focus on the reflection of her eye on the soldiers and villagers. Commander. Ready! Aim! Fire! Show the villagers being gunned down in the reflection of her eye. She blinks. Cut to black. Music starts. Now the music starts. Fade into a camera flying over a lush green forest. Camera flies over an army checkpoint. An army soldier is rummaging through a car and another soldier pushes an old lady on the ground. Camera flies around the town square where the military is watching. Camera flies to the castle. There is a general smoking a cigar on a balcony. St. Aveline title displays on the screen. Music stops. Cut to black. Fade in. Focus on a female character, closed eye as a young adult. She slowly opens her eye. Zoom out from her eye, showing a reflection of a family in an apartment. Main character. Be careful, Papa. There are a lot of guards out tonight. Don't worry, my darling. I'm always careful. I'll be back soon. Papa leaves the apartment, but he forgot his papers. He'll surely be grabbed by the guards without his papers. Enter gameplay as lead character. Love it! Love it. There was one thing I thought I saw, but maybe I imagined I saw it. Yeah, this. St. Aveline, 1955, wipes on the screen as the kids run past. So, this isn't on Earth. This isn't Earth. We're not on Earth. But other than that, I mean, I think we can, we can make this work. Okay, so a couple of things. One, it's not Earth. Two, we're on an island, it's like Earth. It is like Earth, yes, it is. Well, oh, no, he said, I like Earth. I like Earth, too. It's cool, right? I mean, it's fine. I love Earth, but I don't know if I'm in love with Earth. No, I think we can make it work. We'll make it work. You know what? Submit review. Absolute cinema. Love it. All right. Well, so Not Sure has just been promoted to creative director of St. Aveline. He is the lead creative. What is a good title? What is a good title? I need a good title for the person in charge of the story of Saint Aveline, and of all the stories of all Dogfinger Studio productions. Dogfinger Studios is the what's the word I'm looking for? Studio. Yeah, Dogfinger is the game studio. Is the name of my is the name of our game studio. All right. What is Not Sure's new title? What is his title? Let's see. Narrative director. That's not bad. Lore director, story architect, world director, keeper of canon, master of lore, chronicler, head narrative. I kind of like story architect, but this is, after all, this is Not Sure's job. So I will leave it up to Not Sure. So we have narrative director, lore director, story architect, world director, keeper of canon, master of lore, chronicler, head of narrative, creative director, and that's it. So which would you like, Not Sure? The official title. Let's see. We can actually, let's see. Wait a minute. Why am I scrolling up on that? No, I want to come over here. And then go over here. Let's see. I think I can do this somewhere. Wait a minute. Settings. So description. The best game studio on the internet. Story architect. All right. So let's see. So our location, I'm going to keep that location because that's an inside joke. Is there nowhere? I thought there was somewhere where I could like put a little description of the organization. Go to your organization's profile. I spelled internet wrong. All right. Update profile. I thought there was somewhere where I could put this. Turn on discussions. Okay, I like the idea of having discussions for this instead of just on the repo like we had before. No, wait, I don't want it on a repository. I want it on the whole... All right, never mind. You can create a README file visible for everyone. Perfect. Wait a minute. Yeah, is it called .github? Because I know in like your personal profiles you can have that, there's that special repo that's like the name of your profile. Like that's how you're able to have like on my GitHub profile, like I'm able to like have like I like to program and I'm cool. Where the hell is it? But it's a special repo name. And I forget what it is offhand. I think it's just the your zethon.git or something like that. So I guess it makes sense that you had that for an organization. Is it .github? Really? Something feels wrong. This doesn't feel right. Well, let's see. Can always delete it later. But is it just a README file then? Let's see. Test. All right, let me see. Is that going to... I don't think that worked. I don't think that did. Yeah, that didn't do it. Wait, view is public. All right. Architect.md is what the GitHub can display markdown file. Yeah. No. So what I'm saying is in order, so this code here, all of this, in order to customize this, with the code of this text that I'm highlighting, in order to customize that, your profile has a repo, like automatically. You create a profile and it has a repo. Let me come up with some other music. Okay. So it makes sense that your organization does too. And I assumed it was this. I'm trying to remember what the repo name is, though. Yeah, I don't have it checked out. Let me see. Okay, git clone. Is it zethon/zethon.git? So Zethon, Zethon, Zethon is actually my middle name, by the way. Okay, so it is. Okay, so could I just, is it then Dog Finger Studios / Dog Finger Studios .git? It is. Okay, no, it's not. Huh. Zethon isn't a real name. It's my name. It's my middle name, and I'm not even kidding. It is my middle name. Zethon. Okay. If it's Dog Finger Studios, just to make sure I didn't do a typo. Okay. All right, so this is stupid to have that there. I'm just going to delete this. Okay, delete this repository. Oh my God, really? Where's my phone? All right, let me authenticate over here. Okay, so I guess it was deleted. So if it's not dog finger, it like, huh. Let me just try just to. I'm going to ask Copilot. And the reason I'm asking Copilot is because Copilot is Microsoft and GitHub is Microsoft. So hopefully, okay. On GitHub, I can clone. On GitHub, if my username is username, my profile has a default repo that is https://github.com/username/username.git. Is there such a repo for organizations? If so, what is it? I already tried with org name and it did not work. All right, let's see. Why it doesn't work for organizations? No. Okay. What organizations can use instead? Organizations have a different mechanism. Profile/readme repository. Org name. Oh. Okay. All right. So what this is saying. Okay. So how do I go back to creating that like I was? I mean, it asked me to create it again. How do I do that? I don't remember. Oh, wait. You can create a README file visible to anybody. Create raw repository. Oh, once created, add a /profile readme.md file. Okay. All right. So this is that. Now, can I create this as private, but then let me see, create repository. Okay. So let's clone this. Let's do this again. Git clone that. Oh. I always forget the remove command on PowerShell, so I'm just going to have to go to Windows Explorer and do it. What is using you? Probably Visual Studio Code. Okay. Ha. Okay. Wasn't I just there? Okay. So now if I go in here and I make directory profile, and then the best game studio ever. Story architect. Not sure. All right. And then so we just save this as readme. I wonder if it supports ADOC. Git add star, git commit, initial commit, git push. All right. And then let's see if this works. Does it take a second? Maybe it takes. I have noticed recently on GitHub that like when I make changes, like I was making changes. So the world that this takes place in is this world Yonora, right? And I was making changes to the document there earlier, like it was either last night or earlier today, and I noticed that it takes a little while to propagate. Let me see. What is this invite? Okay, let me see. Search by username, invite, authenticate members with, no, stop. Invite a billing manager. I'm going to invite Not Sure to be the billing manager so he can pay the bills. F colon is here. You probably want to clone it with a different name. No, I need to clone it with this name. Okay, let me see. I did push, didn't I? Let me make sure. Does it need to be public? Profile. Yeah, story architect, Not Sure. Because it's saying you can create, and this, okay, you can create, okay, get started with tasks. You can create a README file visible to anyone. Create, a public repository. Okay, so I guess it does have to be public. All right. Change visibility. Let's go back to the music. Change to public. Yes, I want to make this public. I have read and I understand. Make this repository public. Okay. So now, there we go. Right there. Yep. Best game studio ever. Story architect, Not Sure. Perfect. All right. I will flesh that out later. I will add more. I will flesh that out. We didn't make a ton of progress in terms of the partnership code. We kind of did, I guess. Well, actually, I think we can actually just go ahead and do this really quickly, right? So this is what's going to happen. What I want to do, actually, I'll do it like this. So what I was getting at, like kind of start before I got on this tangent, was that I feel like we need a generic way to call methods on NPC that will call them sometimes. No. But I want to be able to do partnership. And if partnership has no members, then it just automatically calls it on the object itself. You see what I mean? So if we go back to the sample code, what's going to, no, not that code. This code. right? So if I do partnership, take action, and then whatever it is, and then, right, like that. I want it. I'm not sure. I got to think about that, but let's just do this anyway. Wait, doesn't partner... Did I not put this? Partnership, take action. Partner, okay, there it is right there. NPC partnership. So partnership on the base NPC. I thought this was going to be a historical fiction escape game. No. It takes place in its own world. But it's a very Earth-like world, so we can make can make it work. We can make like what you have. We can make it work. We just need to remove the like reference to 1955. And, like that's pretty. Like everything else that you said works. There's a whole story to the world and everything. But yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay, what am I doing? Like F: showed up and now I'm all flustered and confused because he's going to make fun of me for being bald. All right, so let me see. Take action. Pull. Take action. Why is it not auto? Okay, there it is. Okay. Get back inside. Okay. This. Okay. And then what we're going to do, it's so weird to me that I don't have to capture anything. Like in C++, when you do lambdas, you have to tell the lambda what you want it to capture, right? Like in C++, this would give you a syntax. No, is it a syntax error? No, it would be a compilation error because well, what I'm about to say might not be true because I think this is automatically captured now. But if I had something like int x equals 20, right? And I want to reference this x inside of that lambda in here, I have to explicitly say, hey, capture that x. And I'm going to refer to it inside of this lambda. So anyway. And then I was reading last night about how you can hash actions, or lambdas as I like to call them. You can hash them, but they don't necessarily do what you think they're going to do. And actually, it made sense. So, like, I can't hash this action. It might have a unique value for each object it's on. And actually, even if I called it in two different places inside of the same object, it might still have a unique value, the hash. And the reason that is, and actually I was really surprised to read this, although I don't know how much I believe it, but I guess it's true. So it works. Lambdas in C# apparently work very similar to how they work in C++, in that a lambda is just in C++, it's pretty much a direct C++ to C++ translation. So what happens in C++ when you see this, when the compiler sees this, or I guess it's probably the pre-compiler, when it sees this, what it does is it kind of extracts it out and it creates a class. It creates like a class and it automatically generates some class name, right? Like, well, you know, it has some algorithm so that it's unique and whatever. And it literally just takes this functionality, puts it into a class, and then kind of instantiates the class and then invokes the function as needed, right? Where you would normally do that with the lambda. And that's why the hashes won't be equal when you might expect them to. Because if I did this, and I did this, and then I immediately called it again underneath of it, you might, like, intuitively speaking, I would expect, like, oh, well, if I'm hashing this and I'm hashing this here, it's the same thing. That hash value should be the same, but that's not necessarily the case, because what happens is you're going to create a temporary, the precompiler will create a temporary class for this one. So this might end up being like class temp blah 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 blah, whereas this one down here might be class temp blah 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 blah, right? So therefore they're not going to be the same. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. I think it's neat how like a lot of and C++ a lot of stuff is like that, where a lot of these shortcuts are really just kind of, I want to say transpiled, but that's not the right term, but it's just kind of like substitute and replace, like with but a little bit smarter. So anyway, missed most of this stream due to work calls. I assume Addy has accomplished 1/5 minus 1/4 of what Claude Code could have accomplished in the same time. Yes, of course. I mean, Claude could have done all of this. I mean, the game's done. Like, I wish Will Tyler was here. Oh, wait, that is Will Tyler. My bad. I thought that was F: still. What the hell's going on here? Ah! What happened? Okay. All right, so let's see if this... So what I wanted to do is I want to do this. I want to put this in here, and I want to put this down here, and then I want to debug. Okay. So I just want some kind of... Wait a minute. Can you do this in C#? How can I do this? My action... No. var my action equals... Can I do it like this? And then this? Like, this is what I want. I guess I can't do that. How do I basically assign a lambda to a variable? How do I do that? Are you trying to define a function in a function? No, I'm trying to define a lambda in a function. Chat. How do I declare a lambda as a variable, like I'm trying to do? Let's see what the AI says. Come on. Okay. There we go. All right. So I was close, right? So it's action, my action. Okay. So wait, actually, I was completely right. The only difference is I have to explicitly call it an action. Let me just copy that just to be sure. Action is, oh, do I need to? Okay, the type or namespace action cannot. Okay, what assembly does that in? Using system? Really? Okay. Okay. All right, that's all I really wanted to know. Okay, just let me comment this out. So I'm going to run this code, and then we should only see one. We should only see one long message. I don't know what happened to Matthew. I think he died. Use explicit action type instead of var. Thank you, F:. Yep, I got there eventually. Okay, so I'm going to assume Unity is... No, it's still doing its thing. Unity is still reloading the domain. Not sure. My masterpiece. Yes, not sure's masterpiece is a masterpiece. Okay, let's run this. Be sure to take note of the console and see what happens. I really hope I can sleep tonight. I slept so like the night before last and last night. I slept like shit both nights. I am like sleep deprived 2 nights in a row. Matthew says to commit. I will. Let me just run this. Okay, so when I go out, can we get rid of this message? What is this? I don't have the patience to deal with that message. All right. Oh, my stars and garters. It's still, oh my God. Okay, here we go.
Hey, you! Get back inside!
Okay. So hopefully we only see one log message of that type, which would be helpful if it was... No. Okay. What did I do wrong? What simple thing did I forget to do? It's not the same partnership object. Duh. Okay. That's why we need the singleton. Because the singleton owns the partnership. We will work on that. I will work on that downstairs. And we might work on that later tomorrow, depending on how much I do or do not get done tonight. Because I am going to call my mother again. Let me see. File status. Okay, so, wow. It's all these stupid material changes again. All right. So, okay. Game Unity, yes. Base NPC, yes. Follow NPC, yes. Partnership, the partnership files, yes. All right. Okay. Working to make partnerships better. Ah! You'll want to commit those materials. They'll be updated from the engine upgrade. Are you sure? Because I feel like the materials are updated. Okay, I feel like they're updated on every play, but I'll update them just because. Okay. Matthew said to commit these materials, but I also know better than to trust a dirty Englishman. All right. But I'm committing them anyway. But I'm trusting him anyway. All right. All right. And then these were... Oh, the highlighters, the rotation files, the other files I haven't committed. Those were what I was working on with the spotlights, because I want the spotlights to go back and forth, like they're scanning, like the North Koreans looking for people trying to leave their country, which is just, I don't know why. Like, I guess it's because I grew up in a privileged country, like we all did, because we're lucky. But it just seems so weird to me that a country, the idea of a country trying to stop people from leaving it, like why? Like, I don't know. Like, I understand why, but I don't understand why. Like, it's just such a weird concept to me. Anyway, again, that's my first world privilege speaking. It's just weird. It's just weird. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. All right, boys. I'm heading out of here. You got an extra 10 minutes from me tonight. You should be lucky. You should be paying me. Feed my PayPal, boys. Yep. Will Tyler knows that phrase. Feed my PayPal. Okay. Have a great night. Have a great Tuesday evening. The rest of your Tuesday evening. Have a wonderful Wednesday morning. I'll see you back here tomorrow night. I hope so. I hope to see you all here. All right. Take care, fellas. Bye.